In the meantime, I have to build an image of a successful person so that Stacy doesn't turn away from me. Well, I'll have to spend a little on clothes today, but this is really important to me. Then I started to get ready for then I started to get ready for out walk. What the fuck does that? Who wrote this? What
What?
great like
Yeah,
Clearly
that's
some
then
Russian
kind of
man.
what we're
Russian man.
gonna like
In Google
then
explain.
I
Translate.
started to get ready for out walk. Out walk? All right, whatever. Oh,
The average
okay, loading
Russian
screen.
male gamer.
It's the like it's the competitor to the Outback Steakhouse. It's the Outwalk Steakhouse.
Yeah, that's no. What you do at Outback Steakhouse is you outwalk because fuck that place. Anyway, I arrived at the place 10 minutes
Outrun.
before the outrun. Yeah, before the appointed time. Somehow, in an hour and a half, I managed to wash up, go to the grocery store, and cook myself breakfast. Then I also managed to go to the bank to put all the cash on my debit card, which didn't have a cent on it for a year and a half, for half a year. Sorry, I ordered it 2 years ago for online shopping, but since then I bought myself a couple of anime figures. I haven't used it at all. Okay. But to pay in cash and besides in small bills of $10 that I received from tips in the cafe, yes, putting all the money on the card was a very good idea. No, it was a bad idea. And after 5 minutes, she came up. Her card's gonna get fucking stolen. I know it. I fucking know it's gonna get stolen. Hey, how long have you been waiting here? Usually it's me who always comes a little earlier for meetings. You always used to be late. Haha. I smiled nervously and said, just 5 minutes. Haha. Adult life and self-discipline. I can't be late all my life. I haven't been late at all the last couple of years. Dude, what a fucking lie. For sure. Yeah, I'm kidding. Wow, that doesn't sound like you at all. Anyway, let's go shopping. Even though we just met, I already didn't feel very well. I hope everything goes better from here. Yes, let's go. What kind of stores are there anyway? When I left this town, this mall was still being built. Damn, I don't even know what kind of shops there are here. I buy all my clothes in secondhand stores and only been to this mall once, when I bought a gift for my parents' anniversary. Well, you'll see it yourself. Alright. We entered the mall. It had only 2 floors, and there didn't seem to be any clothing shops on the first floor. So I took Stacy to the second one, hoping they were there. And they really and really were there. And they really were there, sorry. At least 3 clothing shops. Stacy looked with a surprised face at one of them and said, "Wow, there's a fur tailor in this mall? A furgler? What the fuck? Fur tailor? Whatever, we'll roll with that. In this mall. I'm actually surprised. Why would a mid-price clothing store open in a small town like this?" Then she looked at the other ones with the same confused face. And the rest of the shops are... I haven't heard anything about them. Apparently these are some stories from the cheap price segment. Well, I don't know anything about them either. I would have never bought anything in there. I only went to Fur Tailor. Dude, okay, really? And when I wanted something more expensive, I always ordered it online. Maybe I can save some money if we try it instead of the one she mentioned. But out of curiosity, we can go to the cheap ones. Why should we? There are no good clothes there. Not only do they look terrible, but the quality of the fabric is bad. Is bad too. Fuck. Ah, well, yes, you're probably right. Let's go to Fur Tailor then. Well, yes, since there's no choice, let's go to it. Although I haven't shopped in it since I was at university. Wait, have you finished it yet? No, I just quit. It became too difficult to combine with work. Hmm. But she never said anything about what she does. Okay, who just Spooky? What do you want? Who pinged me? Someone's pinging
Oh,
me.
oh, fuck's sake, Spooky. Why'd you have
Why
to
did
point
she?
that out?
Why? That's what I was gonna say. Why did she have to point that out?
What?
Spooky
Do you see
Beatrice
what
is
Spooky
Bro,
pointed
she has a
essentially,
out?
choke collar. Who's a choke
yeah.
collar? Oh yeah, she does.
Where's what?
The chick on the right, Stacy, the choke collar.
Dungeon porn shit.
All right. Anyway,
I'm
well,
just gonna
okay.
lock
I'll
my
ask.
door. 1 second.
Gotta look the. And she won't talk about her job. Yeah,
Oh.
dude, she's gonna blow all her money on what?
OnlyFans. Yeah,
All right,
my
we ready to
internet.
go back again, you guys?
Yep.
Let me get a quick sip of this
Shit,
monster. Stacy is a slut, isn't she, dude? Honestly, I wouldn't
Yep.
put it past her. Okay, all right, let me get a sip of this monster. We'll continue. Why did I just hear the music in his background? Anyway, well, okay, I'll ask this later. We went into the store and it had all sorts of. All right, you know what? What the is this music? What, dude? Will not load. No, stop. I'm gonna save because I really want to get my saves in. We went to the store. It had tons of all sorts of different shirts, skirts, underwear, and posters with models. But what shocked me is that the model on some of them was none other than Stacy. It was really her, not just a similar model. Even the mole under her eye is the same. I was staring at these posters, and Stacy laughed and said, "You don't have a mole under your eye. Where is the mole under?" Oh, whoops. Wait, you can scroll?
What?
Why?
That's
There's no mole under her eye. Shut
normal
up.
thing. You can scroll
There's no.
up and down.
I don't play these games. There's no mole under her eye. Shut up. Yeah, I didn't expect them to put the posters into print so quickly. What the hell is going on? What does that mean? Noticing my shock, she asked me in surprise. Wait, I didn't say I worked as a professional model? No, you didn't. Then I'll tell you about it after shopping. I have so many different stories about work. I was still trying to recover from the shock for a while. Even in the wildest assumptions, I could not think that Stacy works as a model. It just blows my mind. Just like me, she was not interested in fashion and never showed any interest in doing something like that. Then how did it happen then? What exactly do you want to buy? Well, I was thinking of buying some underwear. Great. I love shopping in my underwear. And even in my advertising contracts, I always give priority to underwear ones.
Well, what?
Suspicious.
Uh,
That's suspicious.
Um,
That's quite a suspicious statement, ladies and
She
gentlemen.
was saying for underwear, not in underwear.
I always give priority to underwear ones.
Yeah.
No, I mean, shut up, Sink. You're wrong.
Yeah.
But you misread the first part.
This is
I love-
awful.
Anyway, As my manager used to say, a woman in nice underwear looks sexier than a naked woman. Is that true? Well, in fact, I really wanted to buy some underwear. I haven't bought anything for myself in a couple of years. Yeah, that's fair. I don't do that either. And most of the sets I have are too big for me because I've lost weight. It's not hard to lose weight when you try to save on everything and live on a small wage. Apart from those two figures, I haven't bought anything of value for myself in the last couple of years. Well, I'm not very good at them specifically, and your advice would be very helpful. For the next 20 minutes, we were picking sets of underwear for me. Stacy even chose a couple of for herself. I was afraid that she wouldn't let me buy anything at such stores, but it turns out she's okay with it. The prices, of course, were very expensive for me, but judging by the calculations in my head, I had enough money for them. When we collected all the kits we were interested in, went to the locker rooms. However, there was only one available, so I sold Tasty. So since there's only one available, let's take turns trying everything on. Oh, come on, there's enough room for the two of us. Hey, relax. Let's go. She
Oh,
grabbed
what?
my hand and dragged me into the locker room without giving me a chance to say a word.
Oh,
Stacy, but ... Okay, whatever. Oh my fucking
God.
god.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my. I'm not
Oh my fucking god.
like
This is
that.
where this is going. Oh. I didn't
Yeah,
expect it to
but this is
pick up
Quick
free.
question: Have you calculated where this guy was yet?
I have no idea. We'll do this after this riveting game.
Yeah.
For the record, I have
Ah.
not put on the 18 plus DLC. This is base
Oh,
game.
thank
Then I turned around to start changing. As soon as I completely bare my own and took off my trousers, Stacy called out to me, "Listen, April, can you look here?" I looked around, and Stacy's chest appeared to my gaze. Her breasts were clearly better than mine, both in shape and size. It was hard to take my eyes off of her. Do you think a black or red set would suit me better? Next to her were two sets of lace underwear that she had chosen. Well, the black, I think. Black one? Great. Then she immediately changed into it without waiting for me to turn away. My face turned a little red, and my heart started beating faster. Surely she must have a lot of fans. I also tried on all the sets and settled on a blue lace set, which was a bit like the one Stacy took. I'll probably choose this one. I liked it. Great. I have already chosen one for myself, too. Dude, who buys one set of clothes? Like, who the fuck buys one set of clothes? Then we left the locker room together and went to the checkout. However, halfway through, a shelf of stockings caught Stacy's attention. Oh, listen, I'll probably go pick a couple while you wait for me at the entrance. I nodded and Stacy left to choose her stockings. I went to the checkout. The saleswoman immediately scanned the product and said, $50, please. I'll pay by card. Then I took out the card with a piece of paper with my PIN code written on it and tried to pay, but the billing machine showed that my transaction was blocked. Wait, what the hell? I tried a couple more times, but the result was the same. The saleswoman looked at me suspiciously, and I started to get nervous, rummaged through my pockets in search of cash. But I put all the cash on the card. Shit, shit, shit. Fuck. Why does that not work? However, at that moment, Stacy came up and said, "Is there something wrong?" My cop. Wait, are you by any chance Stacy Vox? Vox? But that's not her last name. Stacy smiled and nodded. Yes, it's me. Do you want an autograph? The saleswoman stood up excitedly and said, "No, no, no. It's just I. Wait a second. I'll call the manager now." The saleswoman went somewhere while I was digging in the bank's application, trying to figure out what happened. Holy fuck! Give me a little bit more of this monster.
Yeah.
Stacy, is everything okay? Just some problems with the bank. Manager, I apologize for keeping you waiting. It's a pleasure for me to meet such a famous model at our store. Well, I just help my friend to choose some things, and I occasionally buy some things for myself too. Oh, it would be rude of us to let someone like you pay for clothes. You make an incredible contribution to the fashion industry, and such little things like paying for the clothes should not bother you. You could choose something else. It would be an honor for us to give you all the things you'd like. Ha! Well, if you insist, fine. I'm extremely grateful, but I've already chosen everything I wanted, and my friend and I are about to leave. I just stood there and looked at it all in amazement. So the seller would give us all this for free because Stacy's a famous model? Then the salesman started talking in an awkwardness with his voice. I was immediately interrupted by Stacy. And yet if you want to take a photo of me in your store in this background, let's do it quickly. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to ask. Then Stacy came to the entrance of the store. The manager took a photo of her, and I was also giving a $200 gift coupon for free. Not only did I solve the problem with the card, but they also gave me a gift card to buy something else in the store. I was in a state of shock from what was happening. When everything was finished, we left the mall, and I finally came to my senses and said, "Yeah, I didn't expect you to be that famous." Stacy shrugged and said, "Well, I'm already used to it. By the way, I hope to see you in this underwear again sometime. Hee hee. Question mark? What did she mean? Stacy ignored my reaction, looked at her watch, then asked, "Do you still have plans for today?" I wanted to talk a little and find out what has changed in your life since I left. Damn, I don't want to talk about this until I came up with a good alibi. Well, fair enough. But leaving now after that question would be suspicious. I need to distract her somehow by talking about something else. Come up with a good fake story for the next meeting. Well, I'm still free for now. I can still spend some time with you. But it will take a long time to talk about the change in my life, and I'm not sure we'll have enough time for that today. So first, I'd like to hear how your life is going. You didn't tell me anything either. Stacy also looked away, got a little nervous, but then sighed heavily and said, "Well, okay. I'm ready to talk about everything. Just, what's wrong with her? She looks like she's the one here worrying about her failures. Let's not talk about it right now, okay? I'd like to spend my time with you first, not think about what's been happening in my life lately. So I suggest we just take a walk around the city for now and remember our school years. Especially, I want to visit our old favorite place. Are you talking about that bench on the shore?" Let me just button on my shirt here. Stacy smiled sweetly. "Yes, I'm talking about this bench. Let's go there when we're done with walking around the rest of the places. I think it'll be easier for me to tell you everything there." I didn't understand what was bothering her, considering that she became so successful, but it was far from pointless to guess. It was obvious from her expression that it was unpleasant for her to think and talk about it. God damn, this is a lot of fucking. Ugh. I'll find out later. Besides, this way we definitely won't have time to talk about my life. Well,
No, it's
two
not
birds,
a
one
lot
stone.
of fucking. The fucking comes later.
TPF, I don't even want to hear anything out of you right now. Be more like spooky, you know?
Dead.
Yes, yeah. Can you roleplay a spooky real quick? Anyway, and by the next meeting,
What?
I'll develop a new trustful alibi. However, most likely I'll have to stay up all night to think about everything carefully, so I'll have to buy coffee and energy drinks for this. What do you? Are you? What the fuck? What do you mean think of an alibi all night? You need coffee
Yeah.
and energy drinks. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I don't mind. Stacy smiled bitterly, and after a short conversation, she returned to her standard cheerful stare. Oh, another time place. And with that, I'm gonna get another sip of this monster. The next couple of hours, we walked around the city. Remember the school and everything related to it. then also took a walk near it. Unlike the previous tension that I experienced in conversation with Stacy, I felt very relaxed and calm, as if I had returned to those carefree times again. I guess this is nostalgia, but it's not only that. I just felt really comfortable with Stacy. Oh, this is gonna get gay real quick. As if,
Oh,
after
no.
many years, that part of my character that was responsible for entertainment, happiness, and carelessness finally came back to me. Haha. Yeah. Oh wait. Whoops. Yes. Haha. And then he threw a pack of milk in his face, and he immediately ran to a principal. Damn! She threw milk? Hey, it was his own fault. I just responded to his taunt. The principal took it differently. But I was right, and my parents thought the same, so they didn't punish me after I was suspended from school. What is Spooky writing now? Let's see, real quick. Bully. Oh fuck, this is a lesbian furry game, isn't it? Sync, why did you not warn us? Yeah, Sync, come on. Yeah, it's probably the lesbian furry game.
Spooky buy him this game?
Yes, Spooky did buy me this game. How did he? Can somebody buy me My Furry Dictator? We'll play, and I'll play that with everybody. It's $4. Somebody cough it up.
I'm still, I'm searching my list right now to figure out if I got a more quest one.
Buy me My Furry Dictator. I told you right now, DPF. Buy me games. And they even let us stay up late and play video games in your room. Haha. Sometimes I just want to go back in time. By this point, we have finally returned to our starting point. Mall entrance. We made a whole lap around the town and our favorite places in it. The sun was already gradually setting. Well, now I think it's time to go to our favorite place, the bench on the lake shore. Wait, didn't they just say beach? Now they would go to lake? Am I the only one, like, did anybody remember them saying beach? I thought it was bench by the beach, not on the lake, whatever. While saying this, she stopped smiling again and looked somewhere. Schizophrenia? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Who joined now? Lucky Ducky. What's up, Ducky? You wanna look at this cancer? I'm playing some fucking AIDS furry game. It's pretty good.
This fucking god,
He's
putting
gone.
it on YouTube.
Good. But make it public too. While saying this, she stopped smiling again and looked somewhere far away, apparently anticipating the upcoming conversation. I didn't like the fact that she was reacting like that, so I decided to say it straight. Stacy, about the conversation. I don't think we have to talk about it. What's Spooky? No, was that the other guy talking? May I ask why? That's... Boo.
Kill me.
It's cringe, but funny.
It's awful.
Yeah, well. I mean, you guys don't have anything better to do anyway, so cry about it.
We don't.
I don't. Exactly, dude. Anyway,
Oh,
I think
sad
we don't have to
Stevie
talk about it.
don't they?
I think
What's
I
this guy talking
do.
about? No, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, shut up. I'm going to be playing this game and can't read your messages. Anyway, I think we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. You shouldn't force yourself. No, it's okay. I need to do it sooner or later if I want to be honest with you. Are you sure? Stacy smiled at me and replied, "It's okay. I'm ready to tell you everything. Just not here. Let's go to the bench." Whoops. Since she has decided it so, I will not dissuade her. We walked together to the outskirts of the city, from where we came to a path in the forest that led to the lake. The trail was a bit overgrown, apparently had been used much less in recent years. No one said a word while walking. Stacy was probably mentally preparing for something, and I was still thinking about what I should tell her about my life when she asks again. In less than half an hour, we arrived at the lake. Stacy sighed heavily, looked down in the distance, and slowly sat down on the bench. I also sat down next to her, waiting for her to say something. Stacy was silent for some time, but she eventually began her long, melancholic, and dreary monologue. At the end of high school, I often thought about my future and what I would do if we stopped seeing each other every day. You have always been an important part of my life, and it was difficult for me to imagine how I would live without my best friend. But on the advice of my parents, I tried to prepare for this in advance, in case we had to separate. And, what's this guy saying? Don't be worried, you'll be buried between all of us in the list. Yeah, that's about right. What? What? I don't even know what that game is, but you gotta tell me about it later. And then I was so afraid of finally... Shut up. And when the moment that I was so afraid of finally happened, we had to separate, is extremely difficult for me to accept it. I couldn't stay either because I didn't want to disappoint my parents who had invested so much effort, time, and money in me. Neither option would have made me happy, but I had to choose something. The last time we saw each other, I promised that I would text you. But in fact, I lied. I wanted to distance myself from you as much as possible to somehow escape this pain. So I didn't text you intentionally. Sorry about that. Stacy took another deep breath, rubbed her wet eyes. Ugh, wet eyes. Don't tell me that, man. Monster time.
I was just literally watching this dance stream. I'm the one guy in it.
What?
I'm the one guy in this guy's stream for some reason.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh no, it's not relevant.
This British guy's so retarded.
Yeah.
Rubbed her wet eyes and immediately continued. But it partially helped me, and for a while I was able to forget about you thanks to living in this big city. But what happened there? At first, I really studied and achieved success in my studies. In order to forget this loneliness and depression, I went to various parties with classmates where I got drunk until I lost consciousness. That's where I met my new boyfriend, who completely changed my life. He was a tall guy from our university. Rich, handsome, smart guy that half the girls at the university had a crush on. But he liked me. And for a funny reason, we started talking about music. And it turns out he was listening to literally the same bands you liked. So we managed to start a conversation that started everything between us, thanks to you. And I really liked him. He seemed perfect to me, like a person who was created for me. The first several months of our relationship was like a fairy tale. I was able to fill the void that had remained lost after I lost you. Fill it with happiness and joy and fat cock. He took care of me.
Wait,
Yeah, I
what?
laughed at that. No, I was just reading between the lines. It's being funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, he took care of me. He talked to me and was always interested in how I was doing, and he gave me confidence in my own beauty. It was thanks to this confidence and his connections and money. Hold on.
We swatted him. We swatted Bandit.
Rest in peace, Bandit.
No, sorry. What?
Playing a furry game.
What are you talking about?
Got him.
Shut up, you're dead.
What? It was thanks to this Oh, by the way, it said confidence and connections and money. That's not how that. You can't have two ands. Come on, retard. It was thanks to this confidence and his connections and his money that I was able to get in the casting of the modeling agency that started my successful career in this business. And he supported my endeavors. He helped me understand my own personality better and helped me make the decision to leave the university for the modeling business, and even convinced my parents to support it. Thanks to him, I became the happiest girl. However, she paused a little, sighed again, and said, as soon as he finished his studies, he began managing his father's business. He started managing his father's business. He changed a lot. Became a completely different person. Irritable, nervous, short-tempered, and jealous. As soon as we stopped spending much time together because of his work, he immediately began to suspect me of cheating and began to force me to stay at home all the time. Whoa! Red flag
Whoa.
alert. God damn. And I endured all this. I hoped that it's just temporary and he would turn back to normal later, even though my patience was slowly running out. But each quarrel gradually drove me crazy, forced me to drink more alcohol, and at some point I could not restrain myself. I answered him in a rude form to his claim in the heat of a quarrel, which he responded with a punch to my face. Okay, well, yeah, domestic violence. Tears started to form on Stacy's face. Her voice started to tremble a little. What's spooky? Damn, feels like home. Exactly. Polish people, POV.
Polish people.
Then he apologized. I forgave him, but after a while he hit me again. And apologized again, ensuring this would not happen again. And thus, our relationship turned into a cycle where things are good at first, then everything becomes bad, culminating in a quarrel. All over again. Okay, well that's definitely an abusive relationship. God damn, dude.
Yep.
And every time I hoped that this was definitely the last time that everything would change, it just repeated again. And a couple of days ago, I finally made the decision to break up with him. I packed up my things, I told him I was leaving, informed my manager, and I am taking a vacation and came to somehow April. I can't live like this anymore. I'm tired of this life. What should I do? Stacy's speech finally turned into crying, so I just silently hugged her. She hugged me in response and started crying into my shoulder. I didn't expect she got in such a situation to live a life like this. No wonder she didn't want to talk about it. We hugged each other while she was crying. What? We hugged each other while she was crying until she calmed down and finally moved away. I was about to start talking, but she interrupted me and started talking first. And the strangest thing is that I loved him, mostly because he had reminded me of you, the same role that you had played in my heart. I think that's why I fell in love with him. But after today's walk, and I remembered our youth, saw you again, I had such a good time, and question mark. I realized
Oh god.
I realized that in fact I have always perceived you as something more than a friend. Oh god damn! All right, now it's getting
Oh,
saucy.
no.
Now it's getting saucy. All right, I'm gonna drink this
Yeah.
monster. What's Spooky saying? Bandit kind of sounds invested in the story. Get fucked. What? That she, I love you, April. Hey, all right. Well, I was trying to make sense of what she just said. Stacy hugged and kissed me.
30.
Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! I wanted to push her away in the first few seconds, but her scent, her sweet face, and the soft lips were just incredible. At first, I wanted to push her away, but my body wouldn't obey, and I was feeling pleasure. It's interesting, to be honest. There it is. My heart just skipped a beat. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Spooky, for the great words. So, just for the record, I've never felt bisexual tendencies in myself before. I'd always liked men and didn't think about loving girls. Bootlegging, what the fuck? Therefore, for me, such a reaction to her action was surprising too. But as it turned out, I really like girls. Haha. Besides, Stacy was extremely beautiful, and her beauty apparently fascinated even girls. But I strongly do not recommend you to do this to your friends and kiss them so suddenly after a declaration of love. At least you will get a refusal, and at most a punch to your face. Well, yeah, that's not right. No party or the only person I could accept if they would say "I love you" and kiss me immediately would be Spooky. Everybody else would get punched immediately.
Yeah.
No
Obviously.
party or conversation will return to normal after this. But I'm really glad that things worked out like this with Stacy. Haha. I wouldn't have the guts to do something like this. Shut up. Some people like getting punched though. Kinky, indeed. Shut up. Also, you guys can just talk. Come on, DP. If you have words, use them. Except Spooky, And I wouldn't have the guts to do something like that myself. And maybe I would have lived like this all my life without knowing about my own sexuality. After a while, I hugged Stacy and also began to actively kiss her. To be honest, I don't remember how much we kissed each other. But when it came to that point where we began to move our hands under each other's clothes, Stacy suddenly stopped and said, "Let's go to your place. What? Dude, you're missing a space. What do you say? I don't want anyone to see us here." I nodded silently, trying to catch my breath. My mind seemed completely empty at that moment, and I was acting on autopilot. I don't remember exactly how we got to my house, and whether we talked about anything on the way home. But the moment when we arrived home, Stacy immediately jumped into my arms. Okay. Okay, dude.
Spooky, what have you done? I'm sorry, what the heck?
Time to get some more monster in me. All right. So it means, is it mutual? Do you feel it too? I don't know. I can't say for sure yet. Stacy sat up and sighed heavily, saying, "I understand this all happened. The timing, yeah, the timing." DPF, start talking. I understand that this all happened too fast, and maybe it did something wrong. No, not that. Okay, but that's just what my feelings told me to do. They caught the big gag. Dude, is DPF just dying? Can we please get audio of DPF just laughing his ass off, please?
Okay.
There it is.
Oh my god, he's dying. He's dying.
Is it-
He's actually dying.
Go on. I'm fine. If
You're
choked
fine.
to
You're
death
fine.
here,
Wait, hold on.
it's-
Are you
it's-
fine? Wait.
No,
Are
he's
you
dying.
fine? Are you
it's-
fine?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Wait.
Oh my god.
So it means, is it mutual? Do you feel it too? I don't know. I can't say for sure yet. Stacy sat up and sighed heavily, saying, God fucking help me, this is so fucking shit. He has already helped you. Yeah, probably. Stacy sat up, sighed heavily, saying, I understand that this all happened too fast, and maybe I did something wrong. But that's just what my feelings told me to do. She looked about the window while thinking about something. Stacy, I've always felt good around you, but I don't know if it was love or just friendship. I liked it too. I liked it, but I do not know what I really feel for you. It was very difficult for me to answer her, but I tried to answer sincerely, as I really thought. I just needed some more time to. I understand. That's why I'm not asking you for an answer right now. Just, I hope it doesn't push you away. If you don't feel the same, I still want to be your friend. Even if I have to bury those feelings deep inside me. Bury something else deep inside you, more like, God damn! ... A tense atmosphere suddenly hung between us. No one could say anything. I felt very strange and uncomfortable. I didn't know what. What are you saying to me? Hey, can somebody give Lucky some roles, please? Privateer and space engineers. Thanks, DPF, for doing that. I felt very strange and uncomfortable. I didn't know what else I could say. I couldn't promise that everything would be the same. It would just be a lie. Stacy sighed heavily and lay down on the bed with her hands behind her head. Then she looked at me with a smile and said, Anyway, let's not talk about it yet. For now, I just want to spend some time with you. By the way, now it's your turn to tell me about your life and what happened all over these years. Did she really have to raise this issue right now? Apparently, I won't be able to keep lying to her about it. Damn. Well, where do I start? For example, how did you come to do freelancing in the first place? ... I didn't. It was all just a huge lie. Stacy looked at me with an acute... Spooky, the only one here to receive a sexual awakening would be you. Too late? Yeah, too late. Seriously, can we get audio of DPF just dying? Like, if we can get like a oh my, DPF said print screen, print screen. Oh, got it. Print screen. Get print screens.
I'm sorry, what happened?
DPF said ooh. I'm pinning that. ooh. I'm gonna send the print screen to DPF just so I can keep the just in case he deletes it. I still have the print screen of it. Caught in motherfucking 4K.
Is that?
What the fuck am I watching?
In what channel are you? What channel are you doing these antics?
I pinged you. It's in voice channel. Ah, oh, fuck! I dropped my mouse.
Yeah. Voice channel.
Dear God, this is so stupid.
All right, shut up. Stacy looked at me with a confused expression and asked, "What do you mean?" Heavy sigh. I lied to you, Stacy. I don't do any freelancing. I never did anything related to design. All these years, I've been working in low-paid jobs and live a miserable life. Just this one sentence, and my eyes were full of tears. A lump had risen in my throat. I turned away from her, continued in a depressed, quiet voice. I tried to find other jobs, but a loser like me is only hired as a cleaner or a waitress. I can't even do something that simple. If I wasn't for this house, I definitely wouldn't have lived so long. I'm sorry I lied to you. I just didn't want you to think I was a complete loser. At that moment, my voice trembled completely. I could no longer hold back my tears. I'm just pathetic, unemployed, and useless April. Not April. Not the April you knew. At that moment, I felt Stacy hug me from behind. She interrupted me with a kiss on the cheek. April, no matter what happens, you will always be the most important person. Stop stuttering. Shut the fuck up, alright? I've been talking for over an hour. Well, I don't know if it's been an hour. It's been a long time. Oh, April. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, fine. Hey, Shmoo, you ready to continue? Looking at the stream? I imagine some horny guy with a furry kink made this game. Yeah, who else do you think would fucking make this game? A straight dude that's not a furry? Yeah, shut the fuck up, retard. April, no matter what happens, you will always be the most important person in my life. It doesn't matter if you have achieved success in your career or not. For me, you will never be a loser. Everything I have achieved in my life, all the best and most pleasant memories that I had, all these things are directly related to you. I hurt. Yes. It's my fault that I haven't written to you all this time, and I only came back when I had problems. This is really selfish of me, and you have every right to. There's one more game to the same thing, but reasonable prices, and I can't afford it. Yeah, someone start buying me furry games, and I'll start playing them, guys. This is really selfish of me, and you have every right to despise me for it. But you are the best, April, and you will always be my best friend. At that moment, I finally felt the same feeling that Stacy was talking about. Being in her arms at this moment, I felt the anxiety that I had experienced for so many years seemed to have disappeared. It was as if I felt safe again. I'm really burping from this monster. Holy fuck, we even get a narration element where I get the. Do you not have popcorn? Next time I'm drinking when I'm playing one of these games. As if I had felt safe again. I felt that I could no longer restrain my sadness and finally give it free rein. I turned to Stacy and hugged her. Then I immediately cried on her shoulder, just like she cried on mine recently. And even though our reunion turned out to be strange and chaotic. No, the fancy theater kind. Dude, theater fucking popcorn is not fancy. I don't care who you are. They just take normal popcorn kernels and just make it in a big machine. All the fancy things, it's just bigger. Shut the fuck up. You're a Goomba.
And like 10
It's not
times the
fancy at all.
price as well.
Yeah, it's like the shit that you buy that's like microwavable. That's literally more fancy than the fucking shit you get there because it actually like has salt on it and butter. Just buy a fucking bucket from the supermarket. Who buys a bucket of microwavable popcorn? It takes like a minute and a half. What are you, fucking bitch?
Is
God
it
damn, shut up.
What happens?
Anyway, I was still glad that my nose is really itchy right now. I was still glad that it happened. It seems to me that Stacy's return, what I needed at that moment. I finally felt happy again. Ahem. Well, that's how Stacy and I started a long relationship journey together. After spending a couple more days together, I finally convinced of my feelings and said yes to Stacy. Then love, hug, kisses, and all that stuff. And after a long preparation to start, the bucket one tastes better and it comes with normal. I'm autistic, so not normal. Same. Yeah, everyone's retarded in here. Trust me. If you're watching me play this, you have to be at least some form of autism. And then after a long preparation to start living together as a happy couple with a happy ending, I gave the house to my parents, and Stacey started moving away from her boyfriend. We both went through a little trouble with documents, but we still managed to get rid of our past problems. I didn't want to live any. I don't want to live further in this Foxwoods. It's like multiple Foxwoods. It was said it was like a city, not multiple of them. And Stacey didn't want to live in the capital, even though she'd worked there. So we settled on the suburbs of the capital, where it was convenient for Stacy to go to work. Oh right, and the funny part is, I didn't want Stacy to provide for the two of us all the time, so I spent all the free time not looking for new jobs, but studying. Yes, it's ironic, but I chose graphic design. Yeah, that's pretty ironic. It turns out that I really could draw well. Well, Stacy continued her career as a supermodel, which is why we began to fly around all the world to participate in sorts of fashion shows where Stacy had to participate. So, folks, if everything is bad in your life, here's my example from you. Either stop looking around at others and accept yourself along with the problems you have in order to start gradually improving yourself, thereby becoming a better... Fuck, dude. I'm getting a lot of spit in my fucking mouth. It's hard, to talk. I'm gonna drink some more Monster to clear it out. Why are you leaving? You're not allowed to leave, not until I'm done. Thereby becoming a better version of yourself every second. Or find a rich woman who will do everything for you. Hee hee. April, stop messing. You are stuck here with us, you can't leave. I am prisoner. Stay. Yeah, well, okay. This is a cult now, boys. You cannot leave! April, stop messing with the recorder already. We have a plane in a couple of hours. I don't want to be late for the show again. Yes, I'm done anyway. That's basically it. I hope that someday I'll publish this record as a part of an autobiography, or let my grandchildren listen to it. But first, I should delete this part, the bed scene. Either way, the end. ... A Game by Lollipop Revival. Art by Capuchan. Music by Anti. I didn't even play the music. Music sucked. Fuck off, Anti Loud. Thank you for playing. No, thank you not for playing. That was the entire game. That was not that long. All right, we're doing this
like
again.
an hour.
I'm installing the 18 plus. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I have another game this week got me called Succubus or something. It's the same thing, but demon succubus. What's it? My Cute Succubus. Yeah, that's it.
That's what